Good morning, natural gas. It's Monday, March the 9th, 2026. I'm Tim Beggins, president of Elk Trading Company, and this is the top news for natural gas. Number one, the Iran war continues with disruptions to the global LNG trade. Number two, in the United States, colder weather is set for the Northeast about mid-month. Number three, China is in talks with Iran for safe transit of oil and LNG. And number four, according to an NGO out of Germany, Europe took 100% of the output for Russia Yamal LNG facility in February. Let's turn to the spot April contract. Currently, right now, we're trading at 328.40, up 9.8 cents or 3.08%, 08%. We're above the 13 and 48 period exponential moving averages, but we've been very high overnight, 349.40. So we've come back quite substantially here. And this is a sign of indifference. It doesn't know whether or not it has enough momentum to continue to go forward or whether or not it's about to come back down to earth. The RSI is open to the upside, but right now we're going to see if this market can continue. Here it is. The weather is okay. The war continues. We'll see if there's some safe transit opportunities coming up. Let's take a look at Ras Laffan. This is this facility here in Qatar, Northeast Qatar. This is the most important real estate across the Middle East for global LNG. This is 20% of global LNG supply. It is currently closed right now. There are no boats at the docks, and the one that was there has left. It is sitting off of Abu Dhabi. And let's take a look at the map here from marine traffic. And as you can see, we still have the strait is quite closed. There's no transit here. These are local boats, but there is a, traffic jam here on the eastern side near Oman. We've got clusters around Abu Dhabi here, as you can see, and then there's some more over here around Qatar and Bahrain. So the strait is still closed, but guess what? China is getting a little nervous, and it was in talks with Iran to allow the safe passage of oil and gas, according to Reuters here. This came out on the 5th. Let's take a look at the hourly chart, and as you can see, it's turning down. So we're still above the daily pivot, which comes in at 313.90, but we're heading in that direction. We've been, again, as high as 349.40. That's above that second resistance, which came in at 346.80, but we've been unable to sustain any momentum above that. We've now fallen below first resistance, which came in at 330.27. So let's see if this market continues to waffle lower back down to the daily pivot, which comes in at 313.90. Let's take a look at the front to back spreads. This is Jan versus October. And as you can see, we've got a major reversal right now. We're down 6.21% or 9.5 cents to 143.60. The RSI has turned lower. We were in overbought condition. So there's some profitability coming in here in the front to back spreads, but still for the April through October strip, that's the injection season. The RSI still remains open. We're still positive to 356.70, up 6.7 cents or 1.91%. So those front to back spreads, Jan versus October, Jan versus April, that was all signaling, hey, inject gas into the ground quickly, and that's showing up in this April through October strip. What about the weather? Well, we've got some warmer temperatures right now, but as we get toward the middle part of the month in March, you start seeing colder temperatures coming back in across the Great Lakes and heading toward the mid-Atlantic states and New England. This encompasses all of that area, pushes down as low as the border of Texas here, gets part of the panhandle actually, and it moves further over to the southeast before warmer temperatures start taking over across the south from Texas all the way over to Florida. That will continue, as you can see, as we get late in the forecast period. We see 80s start cropping up across the desert southwest, across Texas, and over into Florida. So let's take a look at Europe. Well, Europe is fairly mild. We do see another cold front coming through here. This is around March the 21st. As you can see, here it comes into Ireland and the UK, and then it pushes inward into France and Spain. as you can see right here at the end of the forecast period for the 23rd. It's generally mild across the Eastern European space, but overall, we're getting just some milder, cooler temperatures late in the Western Europe. How about the storage for Europe? It's 29.4% full, Germany 21.2%, France 21.9%. Now that's stabilizing. And as you can see here from Kaios, that means that we're almost into the injection here. We're almost positive for injections. We are stabilizing above that all-time low here. And as you can see, we're sitting at 29.4% full. Looks like the Europeans are scrambling for some gas to stabilize the situation before it gets really out of hand. And here's the second most important piece of LNG real estate in the world. This is YAML. This is up in the Arctic in Russia. And again, according to an NGO out of Germany, Europe took 100% of its output in February. That's right. Europeans are scrambling for gas and they don't care where it comes from. They're going to go get it from Uncle Putin. So let's take a look at where this sits geographically. As you can see, it's all the way up in the Arctic Circle. It's got to come all the way around into Europe from this path. So let's take a look at Asia. And there are some cooler temperatures coming in around the 15th as we move forward into the forecast period. It's a mixture of cooler temperatures all the way back into March 17th. And then going forward, it seems fairly seasonal at this stage. So here's Golden Pass, and it's up to 252,704. We did see some low readings again late last week into the weekend. It is starting to come back again. This is normal for the commissioning. We're going to see this stabilize and start to move higher soon, hopefully to make first LNG export by the end of the month. Europe will be very, very happy. And let's take a look at the stocks. This is the 1 week performance, the oil and gas sector. These are stocks between $2 and $10 billion and have a high short float, over 10%. And as you can see, it's been a mixed bag for the week. CNX is down 2.38%. Some positives, Northern Oil and Gas, Magnolia, and Comstock Resources. So again, recapping here, April natural gas currently trading at $3.2470, up 6.1 cents or 1.91%. Much higher overnight, starting to fade. We'll see if it fades a little bit further before stabilizing. It's looking for some catalyst. Does the U.S. Navy start convoying ships across the Strait of Hormuz, or is there a regime change in Iran? Either scenario, and prices will come off. Be careful out there. It's going to be a volatile week. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.